I guess he actually knows a lot more about it than I did, but I guess they canceled it because the last. Well, first, should we start the show and then I explain?
Yeah, we should. Who wants to
that'll
intro
work.
it?
That'll work.
I'll let you go. You go ahead, Matt.
Why do I have to do it?
Because you're like the star. Remember?
Am I?
I don't know. It seems like you think you are.
I know I'm the star of this show.
I kind of think you are.
Well, everyone, welcome.
People come here for you, not me or Zach.
All right, just interrupt me, I guess, in the middle of my intro.
Welcome to another
Welcome to Pop Culture Unboxing, the hit show where we talk about everything pop culture. I'm Matt, and I'm my co-host, Matt and Matt. You join us on episode 41 as we discuss things such as the Netflix cancellation, people want it done, and
Cancel
AMC.
culture wants.
Shut up, Matt. AMC is reopening theaters for movies, and old William and Theodore they're going to be back at it again.
What?
William and who?
William and Theodore.
Oh, Bill and... Oh.
Ryan just had his head in his arm right now. Was that intro good enough for you, Ryan?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, I can't
That was great.
wait
That was
till
great.
I'm
Thank
fired.
you.
There's a lot that happened there. That was good.
It did. I said a lot. I said a lot of things, and not a lot of it made sense, but I strung words together and made things happen because that's just the kind of personality I am.
You could run for president at this point.
I could. I think I've said more coherent things than any politician ever has said ever before in their future.
I bet we could prove that too.
Probably.
We could.
Objectively.
So Zach, you asked a question. I don't know if you put it in the episode or not, but you just asked me a question of what this cancel Netflix is about.
Yeah. There's a headline. But would you like to explain to me what's going
Netflix decided they stopped wanting to make money, so they canceled themselves.
on? Wow.
Yeah. No. So, have you ever heard of the show Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, I'm actually currently on Legend of Korra.
Okay. Well, great. Great.
He's further than I am.
That was an answer I didn't expect from
I
you.
watched the full. I watched all of Avatar: The Last Airbender way back, like right after it finished airing,
So-
and I haven't watched it since.
Yeah. So the show came from Nickelodeon. Well, I guess. So there was a live action movie that was
Horrible.
That was
Ugh.
canned. Well, they were making a
You
live
know who
action.
made it, right?
The king of twists himself. I don't know what's his name, Matt.
M. Night Shyamalan.
There you go. But
Who did he
they.
play in it? Because he always cameos in his movies.
I don't know who he
I
played.
don't
I,
know.
didn't watch
and
it.
I can't be bothered to watch.
I don't watch.
I watched it at one point in my life,
I don't watch.
and I don't remember anything about it.
Last movie.
I remember they called him Ong the whole time,
Yeah.
and I remember that the arrow wasn't solid. It was like a bunch of runes and stuff like that. Like the arrow on his forehead, it was like.
I've never
patterns and
seen.
stuff
I've
like
never
that.
seen Avatar, so I don't.
Also, it's kind of painful watching like an actual 9-year-old kid
Really?
trying to carry a movie.
Oh,
yeah.
so it was a 9-year-old kid.
They were pretty close to the same ages as they're supposed to be in the show.
Oh, that's good. That's good. There's some accuracy.
I think he's
I
supposed to be
haven't
like
seen an
9
M.
or
Night
10 or
Shyamalan
something. I
movie.
forget.
The last one I saw was, I think, called Lady in the Water, Lady in the Lake.
I have no idea.
The guy from Big Fat Liar who gets dyed blue. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah,
movie?
he's great.
Yeah, he's in it, but he's like in a serious role. But I've never seen him in anything other than this as a serious role. And there's like a lady who keeps coming back from this hotel pool, and he's like, it's really stupid movie. It's a stupid movie.
The last one of his I saw was the one that we saw, Glass.
Oh,
Which
that's
was-
an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah,
Okay, well
all
then,
three
yeah.
of those are Glass, Split, and Unbreakable.
So
That's right. So never mind. I guess I'm wrong. I have seen one. I've seen
Yeah.
all Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. But
But yeah, I'm still a little confused on what.
so basically, come
what
back
this
to
is.
this. I guess, so Netflix was remaking a live action TV show. Now, I have an opinion of
They've been working on it for a long time.
yeah.
too.
So first of all, I don't like Netflix TV shows anymore because they're all an hour long, and
what about Umbrella Academy?
I can't.
Pretty good.
I can't. I'm having trouble sticking to shows like that when they're an hour long because
Why?
you can binge watch them. So it always so they write each episode because in the expectation you're gonna watch it right after another. But but I like my shows. I like to watch a show, right? See it on a Friday or Thursday, and then wait another week and see the next episode because then you have all that time to speculate what's
Yeah.
gonna happen next.
It was great for the Mandalorian.
Yeah, and for all its fails, Picard really benefited from it for me because it kept there was always
I
like
did. You finished it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't.
see
I actually just yesterday at my parents, we watched the episode like after the one I had stopped on, which was the one with Riker and Troy in it.
Yeah.
Where they go to that planet. So I still have like 3 episodes I got to watch.
Oh, okay. Well,
Finish.
like I said, the show ends terribly. It's a bad. I don't like it. But
Did you hear about the numbers, by the way?
uh,
The final episode had 50% of the viewers that the first one did.
I believe
They
it.
lost half their viewership over
Well, I
the course
believe
of
it
that
because
show.
as the show went on, I lost interest in it.
It just
at-
took
as the show
so
went on.
long to get to anything.
But basically, like what I'm saying is like any show that shows should not binge watching kind of ruins the magic of shows.
You
for
forget a
me.
lot. Like, it blends together really easily.
Yeah, like I would like because the thing is like where I have my fun in movies is every time we used to watch an Avengers movie, I'd leave and instantly the first video I'd watch is someone breaking down what I saw, and then there's always that speculation of what's going to happen next. I like
Yeah.
that. You take when Netflix robs that from me, it kind of feels empty. It feels hollow. It feels like all of these shows now get pushed out, and they're all in just the hopes of just keeping people and making money. There's no real love
And what happens, too,
for
is
these
that
projects.
it comes out on the weekend, you watch it all in one weekend, and now you got to wait a full year
Yeah.
to see another one, rather than waiting, like,
A couple months,
well, like
half
10
a-
months.
Yeah, but the other thing is like where you watch a show, everyone around you has watched that episode, so you all get to talk about it with your friends. But in this case, I've seen all of Picard, but I can't talk about it with you because you haven't finished it.
Yeah.
like that's
Well, and most recently, I remember it with The Boys, because it all came out at
Yeah.
once. Same thing with Expanse.
Yes.
Is I binged it all in a weekend, but I couldn't talk about most of it with people.
'Cause no one
And on
had
top of that, because I binged it, I didn't remember which episode significant events happened in.
yeah,
So I was like, wait, where like I have to ask people, where did you stop? Like, so I know because I know what happened before other things,
yeah,
but I don't know that, oh, you're on episode 4. I know this happened in episode 3, so we can talk about it.
yeah.
Which is why I hope that when The Boys comes out in September and The Expanse in like November, they start doing what CBS All Access and Disney Plus have been doing, where they release them one episode at a time.
Yeah, I find also I like having I really like more TV shows to be 30 minutes long because 30 minutes is like a perfect amount of time to really absorb what's on there. An hour just feels
And it makes it easier to
Sometimes it
stomach watching it again later in the week.
yeah, because sometimes I see an hour long episode. I'm like, I see things that they could cut out that they didn't need to be there, but not more about my complaining about Netflix and the way media is enjoyed nowadays. Back to this is Netflix was making a live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, but fans of the original show immediately got angry because the two, I guess they're the creators. Yeah, the creators they dropped out of the project due to Netflix not really honoring their creative vision. Like there was a lot of like
I like how you really considered changing the wording from the article we're looking at and then didn't.
what? No, I'm skimming through it while I look at
You started trying to think about how to reword that, and then you just said it word for word how they said it in this article.
No, they said
Which will be posted in
due
the
to
show
what
notes, by
they
the way.
indicated was Netflix not honoring their. Oh yes, I did.
You repeated it word for word.
I only read up to. I read creative vision, and I thought, well, clearly they didn't honor it. Wow, I should be a writer. It doesn't matter. Look, it doesn't matter.
What are their names?
Michael DiMartio and Brian. I'm not trying.
Michael DiMartino and Brian Konitsko.
Congratulations, you can read.
Yeah, you're right.
So it says here that there are some tweets. Do they have them up here so we can kind of see what they're saying about it?
No, but I can bring you. There we go.
I'm sorry. Well,
I can bring you up to the
wait, hold on. I want to look at that tweet again. What Netflix?
what Netflix wants versus what ATLA fandom.
Oh,
wants.
that's great. So
What
if you've
is the
seen
first one
if
from?
if you see the series, or if you've seen the series, it's the first picture is the actor that plays Toph in the like sum up at the end of the series versus actually Toph.
Oh, I remember when they're all at the play, right?
Yeah, it's the play where they effectively just sum up like it's a parody sum up of everything that they've done from the
Yeah.
beginning to that point, right before the fight with Ozai.
Wait, they're trying to whitewash it too?
Yeah, I guess so. This article didn't talk anything about that. But there's like here's some of like the Twitter's like, okay, so I need someone to fact check this, and they're going over all the information of what's fake and what's real. Me, after learning that Netflix is trying to whitewash Avatar: The Last Airbender and that the original creators left. I guess that there's just there's a lot going on with this, and I don't have any love for this show because I've never seen it. I've never.
Yeah.
This was after my time. I think I was already like towards the end of high school, and I wasn't watching
I was
much
about
TV.
the same age, yeah.
I wasn't watching much TV,
And even then, when I was that age, I didn't have many friends who were watching it, so I kind of just watched it because I had heard it was good on the internet.
It actually is a pretty good story. It's one of those things where they get to the point. There's not a lot of filler episodes, and what filler episodes there are actually show you more about the characters. So it's not like we had a 20 episode contract and we need to fill 2 episodes. So here's some random
Scroll
stuff.
back up. There was a tweet I saw that I want to look at. Keep going. It was up. That one.
This one,
Yeah.
go ahead.
This tweet says, let's get to the core of it. Netflix doesn't want to make Avatar: The Last Airbender or Avatar live action Next Airbender. They want to make a show using Avatar: The Last Airbender as a brand and a cash grab. This is by Jude at Neon Nuisance on Twitter. Yep. And that one, that's exactly what it is. Like, and I guarantee you the creators saw that they're not that interested in making a good story. They're interested in cashing in on more Avatar stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I look, nowadays, this is with what I've felt with Star Wars and with DC and everything. This doesn't surprise me that Netflix is just, they see a popular brand. We're gonna. It's.
They know they're gonna
at
make
the end of the day, Avatar: The Last Airbender means nothing to the company other than how much money is that going to make me. If it's not going to make me any they wouldn't make this if it wasn't going to make them money. That's the only. That's where it was never a thought of, do we love this property? Maybe they liked it. Maybe their kids liked it. But but at the end of the day, money is what speaks. Not.
It is. That's the reality of it.
And the thing, and this movie, if this show still happens, I don't know where it is after all the
They'll
COVID.
move heaven and earth to make it happen.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't know where it is because due to COVID, like where it is in its production schedule. But the thing is, people are still going to watch it. There are some people that have not heard this information, and they're going to go watch it. It's going to look successful, and Netflix is going to do the same thing. It happens in everything. It's why we have Star Wars the way we do. Yeah. It's why DC tried to jump the gun on trying to get to a Avengers Endgame level movie. It's the same thing. Is everyone wants money? That's all it is. Yeah. There's no love anymore in brands like that.
No, and when there is, they don't make a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
And all these executives are really confused on why people don't want it to make money.
Well, what I think sucks about what Netflix ends up doing is that the things that they do either really don't make any sense, or you can very clearly see that what they're trying to tell you, which is just bad storytelling.
Yeah.
It's like when you watch something like The Handmaid's Tale, like you very clearly see what they're telling you. Like, patriarchy bad.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like in it's just one of those things where you're like, okay, well, I know what you're trying to get across. Now I know everything that's going to happen. It's not very good storytelling.
Well, I mean,
it's one of those things where like the beginning and end of it is what they're trying to shove down your throat. Whereas like in Star Wars, it's very black and white, good versus evil, but it's not really a story saying evil is bad and good is good. It's telling you more about like family and friendship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just using that black and white good versus evil thing as the vehicle to tell that other story.
Yeah. And there's stories with interesting characters where, you know, like Solo is the guy who's kind of like in between, where it's like, okay, he's a little bit of both, and like how does he interact on both sides, and like those are fun, interesting characters to watch.
Yeah, and the movie what Solo shows you, which was really good, and what the original series also shows you is that deep down Han was a good guy. Like no matter what he did or said he did, or how bad he said he was. He was a good person.
Yeah, I mean, there was a reason why he was not a successful smuggler. Successful smugglers, it's easy to be a successful one because you don't have to be a good person. Just shoot someone.
Well, that's the fun thing about Pirates of the Caribbean too. Is later when you find out that the reason why Jack Sparrow was in debt to everyone is because he refused to do the slave trade.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say that those words would come out of Han Solo's mouth.
Yeah, and that becomes the fun thing where it's one of those things where what is it? There's a song that has a point where it's there's no more cowboys anymore, just men with Cold Hearts or something like that along the lines.
sure.
But it's the idea of like there's some people that at least still have standards.
Yeah.
Like even though they're doing things that aren't right, they still have a line that they won't cross.
Yeah.
Well, I think every person has that. I think there's
Yeah.
a lot. Like most people have a line where they won't cross, and no matter how bad of a person you are, there is some things you won't do.
It's like a lot of the most hardened criminals in prisons,
Yeah.
still women and children are off limits.
And
That's why you get people who do rapists and child molesters and stuff like that get beat up in prison, is because a lot of those criminals have that code of honor where to them they see it as like the lowest scum because that could be their kids or their wife or their mother.
Well, there's a difference between material and people.
Yeah.
Well, and like another thing with like where I was going back to saying about Netflix being a company that there's no line for a company like them to cross. Like they don't care about your fandom. They don't care about any of that stuff. They will just make money. They'll use it to push some kind of agenda too. Netflix is getting real hard into that. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It was just recently came out with a show called Cursed. Robin and I watched it to the full.
For the viewers, I was shaking my head no.
Yeah. So they both said no.
Listeners, I said viewers.
So basically, Cursed is, and it's frustrating because it looks on the outside. It looks like you can see where it was meant to be a good story.
What's it about?
So I'm about to,
okay.
getting there. So Cursed is there's this woman. She is a member of a race of people called a Fae in a middle-aged world. In the middle-aged world, it's another twist on King Arthur, where this girl, the main character, is actually the girl from 13 Reasons Why. She basically plays, if you know in the old King Arthur legend, the sword is given to Arthur by the lady in the lady
there's ladies in water distributing swords to the the whole Monty Python and the Holy Grail bit.
Yeah.
What is it? Strange women in lakes distributing swords is no system of governance.
Well, this show it was she is that they give you signs that she's going to be the lady of the lake, but they never do that. So then by the time you get to the end of the show, it's the story has twisted and turned, as in no one, like she meets Arthur, but Arthur isn't the hero that he's supposed to be. He's actually a pathetic loser, and he has to earn. He never earns. He doesn't earn a right to be likable. Like one of his biggest flaws is he sold his sister, to pay off his dad's debt, because his dad died. And his dad's debts traveled down to Arthur. Sorry, I hit the mic on accident. But basically, they play off like all these guys were all losers. But there's this woman who's she's all powerful. She can hold the sword, but the sword is taking over her too. So they play this whole show, which seems like they're leading off to Arthur's going to pick up, like she's going to be the new King Arthur. Like the only reason King Arthur's going to be King Arthur is he's going to marry her because they fall in love. Well, that's not how it works. Merlin's in it, but he's probably one of the best parts of the show because he is played by a Skarsgård. So instantly a family of fantastic actors, but he plays a really good part. But throughout the whole story, they twist it and turn it, and it's always like women are better than men. Women can do it better than you men can, stuff like that. And granted, look, depending on where you sit, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I don't watch these shows. I don't want to watch a fantasy show where one woman has all this ultimate power that she can make trees kill people. Like the show has legitimately good things about it that show you it could be it was a good story, but it's clear that there was some meddling to be like, look, this is this kind of story. And Robin bought the book and read the book, and she said the book is a little bit better because it's not so hand-fisted. It doesn't take the political agenda and shove it in your face. That's the problem with this. Where the book, it still says those themes, but it's not so hand-fisted. And this character, the main character, she has more flaws. In this, she has flaws, but they immediately seem to go away because she's all this ultimate power.
Yeah. It's more things of like people misunderstanding why people have issues with the all-female Ghostbusters, but not Ripley from Alien.
Yeah.
Oh, like why is she okay? Because her gender doesn't matter. That's the key of it all. Is when it becomes she is strong because she's a woman, and it's like, all right, sure, whatever. But when it's this character could be a man or a woman, and it doesn't matter which, turns out it's super believable because it turns out that men and women aren't all that different.
Well, I've noticed that the shows that do the best are ones that create good characters, and then they have different characteristics. So it's like you have really good characters that are a man or a woman or gay or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're cool characters that happen to be something.
Yes.
Versus they're cool because they are insert demographic here.
Exactly.
And when you get to that point, when you're trying to like, that's where you start to like see, like, I get what you're trying to say. People are people. But like, that's all you're trying to tell me in the story. And I no longer enjoy the story because you're not really telling me a story. You're trying to tell me something, but it's not a story.
You're trying to tell me and change my opinion on something, but sometimes I don't even have the opinion that you think I do. You are trying to use media, these movies and shows, to try to push a message to get to people not like me. But then again, but
then the other issue too with it is why not, if you want to show this powerful woman, why not make a new property? Why do you have to also belittle King Arthur?
Yeah.
To make her that's the most frustrating part about it is they're not just saying she's powerful. They're deliberately showing a person who has been shown to be a powerful character as weak to show you, look how powerful she is, which feels disingenuous.
You brought up like Ghostbusters, the female version of Ghostbusters and the normal Ghostbusters. That was the only film that it knew it was going to lose in the first place. It knew it was going to lose because there was a vocal fan base of the original that said that didn't like the fact of the political. The
most frustrating
agenda.
part of that too is that all four of them are very accomplished comedians.
Yeah,
that movie should have succeeded.
The thing is, but I actually can tell you with an example of a scene that happens in both films that tells you why that movie didn't succeed. So let's real quick. I'll just break down in one part of the Ghostbusters scene. They show off the proton cannon or proton packs and how they work. Right? They do it in both.
I'm trying to. I can't remember how they did in the first one.
In the first one, what they do is there's science mumbo jumbo. They talk about it in the elevators about how these things are going to work and everything like that.
In the hotel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And they don't fill you up with just constant mumbo jumbo, and they allow the scene to breathe. They allow the actors to tell you what these things do without shoving it in your face, and they give the time for you to hear what they said and think about it, and they tell a little joke and keep it in. Where the new Ghostbusters, when it happens, is they immediately show you instantly her building that she's built this thing. She explains to the little detail, scientific knowledge about all these mumbo jumbo about why this is, and then immediately switch into the scene where they start telling jokes while they're getting the one girl set up to test it, and then. There's never a time when the scene breathes. It's constant talking. It's constant dialogue. Just after that, even when a legit funny scene to me is when she fires the cannon and she's flying around going crazy like she's attached to a fire hose in a cartoon. They're still joking and talking. There's never time for you to just sit there and laugh at what's going on because there's constant talking and it gets distracting. It doesn't feel natural. Ghostbusters, the reboot versus Ghostbusters, the original, are both, in my opinion, are not. The Ghostbusters 2 is not that bad. The Ghostbusters remake is not as bad as people live it out to be. But the problem is, it has problems with the writing. It's not as good because it doesn't. It tries to change a little too much, not based on a political agenda or anything like that. It's just the writing is not as good as were the original because they don't really give time for scenes to breathe. It's always a joke or a quick jumbo or talking. There's always talking. And
well, what I heard a lot about that was that the director is kind of spineless in that he would let these four brilliant comedians just let them loose on the set and record everything they did.
Yeah.
And instead of taking control of his script and his shooting,
which is not what the director
giving things room for that, when these are they're all stand-up comedians.
Yes.
They're all better on things like SNL, which is that quick, fast-paced stuff. it doesn't work as well in a movie like Ghostbusters. That's not supposed to be an out and out comedy.
And they're all very good. Like they're very good actors and they're very good comedians.
Like I think
there's
the one clip I saw that I loved is when they first see the Ecto 1.
Oh,
which is really funny
when they're pulling around.
Yeah,
yeah, and the buy and hurt. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like the jokes are funny. It's just how they're delivered and how quickly everything goes.
Yeah,
and and there is a little bit of an unfairness about how they portray the old characters. And because the old characters, some of the old people show up, but they're not their characters. It's just cameos of an actor playing a person. Bill Murray's character he completely does not believe ghosts exist.
Mm-hmm.
He experiences one eye to eye and still says that they're the crazy ones, even after one kills him. Like they kill him off. And it's made to be a joke, but it's so tone deaf, I guess is the best way to say, because it's just like, well, come on.
Yeah.
Like the new one that they're coming out with sounds like it's going to be.
I was about to ask about that. Whatever happened with that?
It's still in production. They never started production, like actual filming.
There was a trailer for it though.
Oh yeah, there was. I don't know. I don't know.
I thought it was supposed to come out
Well,
early this year.
A second Ghostbusters?
So they're making another Ghostbusters, like a Ghostbusters 4.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well,
no, Ghostbusters.
I think it's
3.
more of a direct sequel to the first one.
Maybe, yeah, because Ghostbusters. Yeah, so maybe it's but it has like Finn Wolfhard. But look, I can't talk about this. I gotta be a director, not be spineless. I gotta move us along.
Okay.
So fun. This is what's going on. Hopefully you understand what's going on with Netflix. But speaking of other movies, AMC is reopening.
Again?
AMC
Supposedly.
Yeah, AMC. Well, they're opening in places that are going to allow them. But they're going to open and they're really trying to get you to come in and risk your life because the tickets are 15 cents. Do you know when they were 15 cents? The last time a theater ticket was 15 cents?
1930.
Nope. It was never 15 cents. It was 50 cents and up. They are cheaper now. They'll be cheaper when these open up before.
I thought they were like a nickel back when.
No, I don't think so.
Well, what was that about the free market not working?
I actually distinctly remember at one point my dad saying that he would go see, or someone else saying that they went and saw Star Wars in '77 for a dime a pop.
Oh, maybe. Well, then maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I made that statistic up in my head.
I figured you did.
I just thought it was a funny joke. Sorry. But the thing is, like, the first thing they're coming out with. No, so I thought it was going to be Tenet, and I really understood that. I was like, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand Tenet. Nope. A movie that has been in the works for, I think, 10 years.
Oh, my God.
And
I still know almost nothing about it.
They're coming out with The New Mutants. The movie The New Mutants is
Sure.
coming.
Who's in it?
Girl from Game of Thrones.
Which one? Amelia Clark?
Halle Berry?
I think that's what it is. Whoops. Halle Berry.
I don't know where this
Maisie
started.
Williams.
Yeah. So this movie, when did this movie start in production? I don't even remember.
I saw 2009.
So it's maybe 2000. I don't think.
So these are like the X-Men mutants, right?
So these are the new mutants from the X-Men stories. Yeah, these are the mutants. Some of them are the coolest mutants. Like Cannonball's in this. That is one of the X-Force mutants. And then Magic's in this, and her scenes. They've already shown scenes of her. Like they show out like teaser scenes. She looks really cool. I'm really pumped up. I'm actually excited to see this movie.
By the way, I just saw something on there that reminded me.
Huh?
Did you hear what Disney is calling 20th century television now?
No.
20th television.
Of course
They just got rid of the century thing, or the Fox and Century. So now it's 20th television. What happened to the other 19? Like, it's such a stupid name.
Are we counting like Microsoft? 1, 2, 7, 10.
I guess we are. Yeah.
XP.
Oh wow.
1, 2. What is it? No, it's 1, 2, 99, 2000, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 7, 8, 10.
It's just like the
7, 8, 10.
Xbox.
Let's count to
Xbox,
10 with-
Xbox 360, 1.
So
Yeah.
What?
So this New Mutants thing's funny because it was supposed to come out April 13th of 2018.
Oh my god!
Now it's coming out the same day as another
I'm
film.
pretty sure we talked about this back in Red Steak Sauce.
We
days.
did. I told you. I said I'm excited to see this movie finally come out because it was delayed only a couple
God.
months before. But yeah, delayed 4 times.
What's August 28th?
Another film. So we'll move on to the other film that's coming on.
Okay.
But yeah, so if you're out there itching to go out to the theaters,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do we know what cities that they're gonna be opening in, or if it would be easier to say which ones they're not opening in?
So it's all states that will allow. So I don't even think we'll know till the beginning of next week.
Okay.
Because next week they will open. It'll be the 28th is when they open.
Yeah.
And we don't know for sure. I don't think there was any. At least the last time I looked, there was no actual list. Of course, that was yesterday. Was the last time I looked.
I mean, they don't have much of a choice. They're going to be. Like,
yeah,
they've got to open
with
soon.
the Mulan thing and the fact that another film is coming out on the 28th that's being released streaming and theaters.
Yeah.
And that
What
film,
movie is that?
That's Bill and Ted.
William and
Face
Theodore.
Face the Music.
I think it's going to be good.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man.
So I don't think we've talked about Bill and Ted again since that one episode where we talked about you not having seen it.
Well, I've seen both of them.
Yeah? What were your thoughts?
I actually binge watched both of them.
Yeah?
I've seen Bill and Ted twice.
Is it really binging if you're just watching two movies?
I guess not. Well, I've watched the second one 3 times, and I've watched the first one 4
In what
times.
time span?
Since that time that I said I was going to watch it.
How many weeks ago was that?
Like 2 or 3
That was
weeks.
probably that was before I went on vacation and stuff like that.
Yeah. Why
And
would
that was
you do
before you
that?
were gone, so that would have been over 2 months ago.
Oh, so
Did you like it that much?
yeah,
or-
I really liked.
Oh,
these
okay.
films.
Which one did you like better?
Bill and Ted 2,
Yep.
the second one. So
What was it called?
there's normal Bill and Ted's
What was the
Bogus
first?
Adventure. Bill and Ted's
Yep.
Bogus Adventure was the second one, but
It's so good.
I really liked. So what I was trying to tell you before I said we can't talk about it now, talk about it on the podcast is Bill and Ted 2 is probably one of the first films I've ever seen where I legitimately was like, they killed it with the sequel. Like the second film is so much better than the first one. One thing I love is it feels more creative than what Bill and Ted, like what the first Bill and Ted is, because the thought of like, I guess I found out they was supposed to be called Bill and Ted Go to Hell, but instead they called it like
Bogus Journey's
the
better.
whole. I was laughing like belly laughing at the whole scene of them versus death in all the different games, like the Twister one. By the time they got to the football one, the old, like I had one of those when I was a kid, believe it or not. But when they got to that football, like I think it's just I can't remember what the hell the game's called now. It's like a Super Bowl game.
Yeah.
I was dying. I was like, wow, that game, like they have beat him in like they're like best 7 out of 9 or something.
Yeah.
By the time it was finally done. But then that and the whole adventure after that, because I was a little iffy beginning leading up to like while they were in hell going all the different things. I was like, all right, it's kind of funny. But as soon as we got to that and beyond, the film just ramped up to so much, like funny. The whole meeting God.
Yeah.
Like Bill and
met
Ted
God.
are the most ridiculous characters in anything I've seen. And for them, with Death standing next to him, while Death is dressed up like he just came from doing his garden, and they're dressed up as just 2 normal people who they beat, 2 angels that they beat up into heaven to steal their clothes. And they're talking to God. They say, "Thanks, God. You're totally rad." Like, walk away. It's just such a ridiculous film.
Also, like one thing that stood out to me having watched it again, because it had been a long time. I forgot how ambitious it was to have them duplicated on screen.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold up very well.
No,
like,
but
it's so clear that they're using body doubles.
for me, it kind of added to charm to it.
Yeah, it did.
Like the bad effects, like at one point when they're playing basically football with Ted or Bill's head.
Robot Bill's head.
Yeah, with
Was it?
robot Bill's head. Yeah, because Ted had the hold of the, because they went.
Yeah, that's
they slam dunked his
Yeah,
head. But that whole, like, it was so, the effects were bad, but they were charming. It was so charming to it, and like everything about it.
I'm waiting in the next one for them to say, "Man, it looks so much more high def in here."
Yeah.
In the tubes of time or whatever.
It just, I loved it. I love that. I love
it's
these
such
films.
a good series.
We saw a clip, and I don't know how I feel yet. It looks like I don't think I'm gonna like this. I don't think I'm
Why?
gonna like it because they're
Put a link to that clip in the show notes, by the way, so I can put a
Okay.
link to it in our show notes.
they're. If you haven't seen the clip, it shows their daughters. Like
Yeah.
their daughters actually have like their characters more, and I don't. It's so off-putting to me because this is supposedly takes place in 2020,
Yeah.
but like it just the fact that it's literally watching Bill and Ted copy and pasted and then turned into women
Yeah.
just doesn't fit 2020. So like you look at these two girls and I'm like, if they're gonna talk like Bill and Ted did, like okay, I'm willing to accept that Bill and Ted still talk like that a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though it's still really off-putting to see John Wick look at another man and say, I don't have a good feeling about this dude. Like, still don't get. It's still hard to get through. But the two girls, it just doesn't fit with how teenagers would be. Like, I guess if they like really love their dads and look up. I don't know.
I see
don't
what
know.
you're saying.
It's hard for me to buy, but I may get into it. I don't know. I haven't seen the film.
But I mean, that's the thing is that both the Bill and Ted movies are such great snapshots of 80s culture.
Yeah.
Like
the thing is, like I've seen the scenes that they've showed me do not reveal anything.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know anything about this movie, but I feel and I've seen a lot of footage of it.
I think that might be why it's off-putting. Is because there's a difference between being general and what you're telling them is like this is the idea of where we're going, and being vague where it's like okay, I really don't have an idea at all what I'm getting into.
That's what I think. I think I will come around to it as I watch the film.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I will definitely watch it. What did it say that it was when it's starting to stream?
August 28th.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
August 28th.
Where at? Just anywhere that you can stream movies?
I'll have to look real quick. You guys fill up some time while I...
Well, I don't think there's anything else we have to fill the time up with.
I do.
I know you have something, but you're also using the computer at the same time.
True.
So
initial release date was August 27th.
So where can I find both of these movies now?
you can rent them on YouTube or something. I own both of them on YouTube.
That's what I own, the first one on YouTube, and then
I didn't know if they were like on Netflix or Hulu or.
Well, it'll be streaming somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll. Face Music begin streaming, but you can pre-order it now. So,
Yeah, it's streaming everywhere.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So anywhere you stream your movies, you can pre-order it now if you want to, but don't pre-order things. I guess movies are a little bit different than games, though,
Yeah.
because by the time you can pre-order movies, they're already done.
Yeah,
So,
But yeah, August 28th. I'll definitely be checking it out.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I do hope they make a John Wick reference.
Here's the thing, because the 28th, that's a Friday, right?
Is it?
Is August 28th I think that's a Friday.
I got my calendar up right now.
Well, it
Yeah,
does
it's
say Friday, August
So then
28th, right there.
So here's
It does say Friday. Yeah.
So here's the deal. Why don't the 28th, when it comes out, whether we watch it together or we watch it separate, we all watch it and then we have we review it. We make
Watch it sometime before that next Wednesday.
Yeah, and then on the third, the Thursday the 3rd, which will be the week after, we'll do like a review and talk about it.
Okay.
So the plan
Works for
Sounds
me.
good.
Cool. All right, so I have to do this quick because I already kind of promised someone I would give them a shout out.
I forgot about this.
Is this the first shout out on the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
I was say I wasn't here for the first
we've
half.
Shout out to we've given shout
We
outs.
shouted out to Eli for making our music at one point early on.
Yeah, we've given shout outs before. I guess he claimed he would listen to this, so we'll find out. But a friend of ours, Kevin Neal, who we used to work with, out of the blue one Thursday, after we were done recording, he sent me a thing. He says, "I found your spirit animal," and sent me a Wikipedia article for a thing called a squonk. So let me go ahead and at first I was like, well, this is weird. The image of it is like a really bad, crudely drawn creature. So here's what this thing is. The squonk is a mystical creature that's reputed to live in the hemlock forest of northern Pennsylvania in the United States. I thought, okay, I like the forest, I like the woods, I like camping, I'm all about it. So he said, make sure you go down to the appearance and behavior section. And I guess, and now I'm starting to figure out why he thinks this character is my spirit now. The squonk is of very retiring disposition, generally traveling about twilight and dusk because of its misfitting skin, which is covered in warts and moles, and is always unhappy. ... Hunters who are good at tracking are able to follow a squonk by its tear-stained trail, for the animal For the animal weeps constantly when cornered and escape seems impossible, or when surprised and frightened, it may even dissolve itself in tears.
Oh my god.
He said
That's.
I was like,
What kind of?
Did you tell him how insulted you were?
it's like all I could reply back was, "Wow, bro, the part about its own skin doesn't even fit it. Has never, and it's never happy. Just feels like a personal attack to me."
Oh man.
What's the meme? How could you say something so offensive yet so brave?
That's what the old meme, like, never more have I ever been so offended by something I 100% agree with. But
Let's move on to the last thing.
Yeah. So the last thing we got today.
Is guess what we.
So Kevin
we're
Neal,
on
thank
this.
you for that. Anyway, guess what today is, guys?
quiz
It's
day.
another pop quiz.
This one Ryan can play.
Yeah, this
I
one.
didn't study.
So heads up. Neither did I. Heads up. It's timed.
Okay.
Each question's timed. I think
So you got to
we
read them
have, like,
fast. Also read the subtitle
So-
for it.
So here we go.
30
So
seconds.
pop culture. Are you a princess of pop, the king of culture? See if you're an entertainment expert by answering these questions.
All right, are we all ready?
You have 30 seconds
Wait,
to
hold on.
answer each question.
Hold on.
The faster you answer, the higher your score. When you're done, try to beat your best score.
Before you continue,
Yes.
isn't it pretty patriarchal that the women just get to be princesses and we get to be kings?
All right,
Yeah.
starting that quiz. Let's go.
What eminent scientist hosted the television show Cosmos? That was Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan?
Yep.
Please, move on. Next question. All right, which of these films
Parody
parody the Cold War? Jeez. Endless Summer.
It was Dr.
Doctor
Strangelove.
Strangelove. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, I guess we're just going to not.
Which song is not won a Eurovision competition?
La
La La La, Ding a Dong, Ne Partes Pas Sans Moi, or Pump Pump?
I'm going to call Pump Pump.
I'll go with Pump Pump.
Yeah.
Going Pump Pump?
Let's
Oh,
go.
Pump the jump jump.
100%. In which country was. You know what? I'm
Saeed,
gonna let you go
Saeed
ahead and read
Tagmawi.
I don't even know who that is.
That sound,
so.
I'd say,
Sounds Moroccan.
I would agree.
You want to go with Morocco? No,
France. That is
French.
not a French sounding name.
No.
Dang,
no.
guys.
Ryan,
Oh,
it's all
man.
you.
In which of these countries did manga originate? I think it's Korea. Nope, it was Japan,
was
baby.
Japan.
I was thinking Canada.
Wow.
In the film Pan's Labyrinth, what is the little girl named? Oh, I think I remember this. I think it was
Ophelia.
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 Yeah, it was.
Bam. Oh, man, we're so good. Who is the voice of Remy the Rat in Ratatouille?
Oh, I know this one.
It wasn't Patton Oswalt, was it?
It was Patton Oswalt.
Are you sure?
I am 100%
I think it
sure.
was. Yeah.
All right. Oh, we were right. All right. We only have one question left.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at that.
Wow, we killed this one.
Yeah. In The Wizard of Oz, who played the Wicked Witch of the West?
Judi Dench.
No. I think it was Margaret Hamilton.
Are you sure?
Judy
it's not
Garland.
Judy?
Judy Garland was what's her name?
Yeah, that was
Oh, that was Wendy.
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Wendy.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
No, Margaret Hamilton. You were right.
All right. View results. We scored 150.
Is that good?
I guess.
Out of 200.
Out of 200 points we could possibly get.
Let's replay. It's the same questions. We're just going to kill it.
All right. Let's go.
Start
Ready?
this quiz. It's Carl
It
Sagan.
is all the same question.
Carl Sagan. Next question. Dr. Strangelove. Next question. Pump
Pump.
Pump. Next question.
France.
Next question.
Like Japan.
Next question. Ophelia.
Next question.
Patton
Patton
Oswalt.
Oswalt.
Margaret Hamilton.
Where's she at? View results.
Oh!
Only 197.
No, we gotta get 200. We gotta get 200.
Replay?
Replay. We gotta
Okay,
get
you want to see if
200.
you can click
Oh.
faster?
Okay.
All right, ready?
Hang on.
All right, see if you can click faster.
Okay.
Start
Ready?
quiz. Carl Sagan. Wow, you're really clicking.
You've got all of these
Ophelia.
skills.
We didn't get it.
And it's been 198.
I can
don't
beat
know-
that.
I
We're
don't
at
know if it's
198 out of 200. I can
Okay.
do this. I can
You
do
can
this.
do it? You
Oh,
sure?
dear Lord,
Carl
it's
Sagan,
all time.
Dr. Strangelove. I feel like I'm like doing like one of those flashcard stuff.
I know.
What we need is a touch screen,
Oh, I lost
and then
some time
all of
there.
us could just like
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
we'd,
hand
like,
over,
pick a side.
and then just as soon as one of us sees it, just smack
I
it.
lost some time on that last one.
That
might have been it.
99.
Was it 90? Oh,
99. You're so
199.
close.
yes. I know where I lost time on the France one.
You think you can do it?
I think I could do it.
All right, let's go.
Out of
Yeah,
8 questions.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
All right. If
gonna
I can't get
count
199, we'll get Zach to try it.
Oh,
all right, be bad.
First, okay. All right. Ready?
Yep, go. I want to start saying random names like Bob
Dr.
Saget.
Oh, I lost some time there.
Oh,
Oh,
You literally are losing a second on these, though, on the timer. There's no reason that you should.
I think the point is for you never to get 200, so you keep doing it.
Ah,
How many ads have we watched?
Wait, we didn't see the thing.
it was 199.
It was.
Ah!
You lost.
I did. All right.
Start.
Refresh.
Just refresh
All
the
right.
page.
Zach's turn.
All right, Zach. Good luck.
All right.
I don't know if we can beat 199.
I don't think we can. But the thing is, like, you're literally some of those.
I can't see. What we already lost.
Yeah, we did. Just
Refresh.
it.
A refresh. I guess you have to.
Bob, Carl,
There, gave it to me. Okay.
Dr. Strangelove. There you go.
Yeah, I already lost.
Oh man, this is hard.
I know.
You have more
extremely
fun
hard.
trying to
really,
get 100%.
I think I can get 200.
It is.
You have to do it.
very close.
You have to do it before the.
Timer even hits the 20.
Yeah.
You have to hit them all in 30.
So you have less
So
than a
I got
second to hit
198
them all.
on that.
All right,
which
wait.
is
I think I can
pretty
do
close.
this.
You think?
Yeah, you got to
I
stay.
think-
You got to stay
Listen,
as close
Matt,
to the center as
This
possible.
is. I think this is going to be the last one. Last run.
All right. This is.
I'll maybe give you one
This is
extra.
for all the marbles.
This is it. So play again.
All right.
Here we go,
I guess
baby.
I gotta have it down here so that all the questions are there.
Start the quiz. Here we go.
All right. First one is
All right.
success.
All right. I can take a break though because it doesn't time in between
Yep.
questions.
Yep, you're good.
All right.
Second one is a
Ooh.
success.
Here
All
we
right.
go.
What's the next question? What am I looking for right off the bat? It was Doctor Strangelove, and then it was it France?
I think so. I think
No.
it was pump.
Pump
Oh,
Up
I got
3 is a success.
I got it. Okay.
France.
4 is a success.
All right.
So we're halfway there.
All right.
So literally,
I'm taking
you have to get all of these last four perfect to get 200.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're at 100
right.
right now.
I think it's Ophelia next.
Yep.
Yes.
Nope.
Japan.
I got it.
Japan.
You got it.
Next one's Ophelia.
And immediately got it.
Ophelia.
Oh
okay.
my!
So we're 6 out of 8. We are
All right.
good.
You are so
I think
close.
it's Margaret Hamilton's the last one, right?
I think so. Yeah, that's the Wizard
All right.
of Oz one.
And the next one, which one's that?
Someone on
no.
the old podcast, please tell us what it was. Just click and we'll take a guess. Pat Oswalt.
Pedestal.
All right, Margaret Hamilton. I
Yep,
just got to see
Margaret
Margaret
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
All right.
You got to do
It
it.
was a success.
Let's go!
Oh!
Perfect score.
200 points. All right.
You know you're overly competitive when you're trying to outtime an 8-question quiz.
I successfully I
Oh,
successfully
wow.
speed ran a pop culture quiz.
you would have thought that you just won a
View
Warzone
results.
match.
View results. I want to put a screenshot of this in there.
There you go. Man, how do you? I can't remember what.
Print screen.
Is it print screen?
Yeah, click print screen. It'll go.
Whoops.
That's on Linux.
That's technical talk for the.
Yes, let's go. 200 at 200 points.
Oh wait, that's right.
I was so worried on a couple of those though.
I did
The snipping tool.
man. My favorite
Is
tool.
it the snippet?
My favorite tool to use.
Clicks replay doesn't get the points.
Oh. Oh man.
All right, there you go.
I'm riding
buddy.
that high.
Here we are.
I don't know if we can. We got to end the episode there, don't we?
I think so.
think we
my
do.
man.
Guys, this has been fun. Make sure you tell your friends about us because that word of mouth is going to be, as always, massive for our podcast. You can tell them to find it anywhere podcasts are sold. They can also go to www.popcultureunboxing.com where they can find it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Pop Culture Unboxing.
I saved the screenshot under his 200 points.
All right. And then you can find me at Matt Ross VO on Twitter. Ryan?
You can find me at Red Steak Ryan everywhere: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that.
You can find me at little_leaf LIEF on Twitter.
Yeah.
Somebody add me. Nobody's added me yet.
I'll at you. Thanks for listening, everybody.
You want me to at you or add you?
Add me, because my
Oh.
only friends are you two and Chris Hogan.
Oh, I thought.
Okay. Well, all right, yeah. So if you've listened to the full end of this, make sure you you add Zach at Little Leaf LIEF on Twitter.
If you don't
And make sure there's
have-
an underscore.
Yeah, if you don't have a Twitter, make one and add Zach.
Yeah.
Give
All
him
right.
more people.
As soon as I have people, I'll start making tweets.
Perfect.
I started making tweets.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Have fun.